Cooking. It's not for everybody. At least that's what fellow neurodivergents tell me. They struggle with it. And a lot of them have looked at me and said, look, you are the feral neurodivergent elder, meaning you are old and you are still alive. Therefore, we assume that you have fed yourself many, many, many times over the years. How have you done that? And can you help us to do a better job of that? And I said, are you calling me fat? Well, after I got over that, I thought to myself, well, maybe it's not fair because I do love cooking. In fact, I love cooking so much that sometimes when I'm cooking, I pretend I'm doing a little show a la Julia Child. Only my show is called, This is What I'm Eating, Go Make Your Own. If you want to make your own food and you're neurodivergent, I'm going to give you 4 quick ideas for things that can help you make that transition from frozen food, canned food, fresh food, to actual food on a plate that you can serve to yourself or to others. First, we're going to start with old school slow cooker. This one is just high and low. It's the most simple kind there is, and I keep it because it's cute. But it also does the job. Slow cookers are wonderful. Literally set it and forget it, and there's a gazillion kinds of things that you can cook in there. From soup to, I've even made lasagna in this thing. I've made turkey. And you can't burn it. It might dry out, but you won't burn it. And simple, easy, inexpensive. Next is a grill. That's a little more of a when you need it. Not necessarily the first item I would pick up, but I do love having a grill because I love having frozen food that I forget to take out. It's one of my favorite things. I have frozen hamburger, frozen Impossible Burger, frozen fish, a frozen chicken breast in my freezer. At any given moment, I have one of those. And if I forget and people start looking at me like they're hungry, I think to myself, what can I do? I can throw something on the grill right now. And I can throw something on the grill, and in 10 minutes, we will have something to eat. It may not be fancy, but it will be filling. Next, I'm talking about something that took me a long time to decide I wanted to try, the Instapot. This is our 3rd Instapot, and it's the first one that I've ever tried to actually use. It's a little more sophisticated, and the more grown up it became, the more courage I had to try to use it. But you have to consider, I grew up in a time when the pressure cooker, the emphasis was on pressure more than cooking. It was scary. We were told it could blow the lid off. And in fact, there is a story about my Aunt Bet blowing one up in her kitchen. I don't know if that's true. There's a lot of stories about my Aunt Bet, and they can't all be true. This thing, I love it because you push the buttons, it tells you what to do, it suggests the time, push, 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 make sure it's sealed, and you're out of there until the scary noise starts. And you don't have to be in the room when the scary noise starts. So that is so cool. So that's my suggestion to you. Get an Instapot, learn to use it, cook rice, cook some simple things with it. Get out of the room when it starts hissing, psst, psst. That's your cue. And when it's over, it'll say end, and you can open it. You have food. It's amazing. My 4th one is an air fryer. It's over there and it's really heavy, so I'm not going to bring it over here, but you know what an air fryer looks like. My suggestion to you is do not get the cheapest, smallest kind. Get a mid-range one that does several things. Mine air fries, it broils, it reheats, it bakes, and it makes funny little sounds when it wants you to do things like turn over the food or preheating, and all of that information is on the little screen, and it makes little sounds to remind you to do that. It is amazing. It is perfect. We use it for frozen foods. We use it for reheating foods. I made a small pizza in it the other day. I have not baked in it yet, but I have broiled vegetables, and I have yet to have a bad outcome. And it is just low thinking. Low thinking is my goal when it comes to cooking. Low thinking, good eating. What more can you want? Especially when you are feral.